Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivraja Kacharya Stottra Shatabhaya Charanaravida Bhakti Vedanta Bhavan Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhāgavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 33, Text 14. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya. Please repeat after me. Namam Naranchaivam Narottamam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam. Tato Jayamudiraye. Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavate Uttama Sloke. Bhaktir Bhavati Naistike. So, the beauty of Srila Prabhupada translation, purport as well as synonyms is too easy to recite actually, Each word and each word meaning. So, if we have any big words, for example, the easy way to understand, first we start with synonyms so that we get to habituated. So, what exactly the verse is divided. So, first let us recite each word, then entire sloka. So, please repeat after me. Habhikshna, Avagaha, Kapishan, Jatilan, Kutila, Halakan, Atmanam, Cha, Ugratapasa, Bhibrati, Chirinam, Krisham, Habhikshana, Vaga Kapishan, Jatilan Kutilakan, Jatilan Kutilakan. Bigger? Okay, so let me. Okay. Is that okay?
A little more.
More?
300. That's good.
It's good? Thank you. Habhikshna Kapishan. Jatilan Kutilalakan. Atmanam Chogratapasa. Bhibrati Chirinam Krisham. Habhikshna Kapishan. Jatilan Kutilalakan. Atmanam Chogratapasa. Bhibrati Chirinam Krisham. Habhikshna Kapishan. Jatilan Kutilalakan. Atmanam Chogratapasa. Bhibrati Chirinam Krisham. Please recite. Habhikshna Kapishan. Jatilan Kutilalakan. Atmanam Chogratapasa. Bhibrati Chirinam Krisham. Habhikshna Kapishan. Jatilan Kutilalakan. Atmanam Chogratapasa. Bhibrati Chirinam Krisham. अभीक्ष्णावाघकपीशान् जटिलान् कुटिलालकान् आत्मनं चोग्रतपसा बिभ्राति चिरिनं कृशां. Mata is अभीक्ष्णावागाः कपीशान् जटिलान् कुटिलालकान् आत्मानं चोग्रतपसा बिभ्रति चिरिनं कृशम्. अभीक्ष्णावागाः कपीशान् जटिलान् कुटिलालकान् बिभ्राति चिरिनं कृशाम्. So let us understand each word. Habikshna, again and again. Avagaha, by bathing. Kapishan, grey. Jatilan, matted. Kutila, curled. Alakan, hair. Atmanam, her body. Cha, and Ugratapasa, by severe austerities. Bhibrati, became. Chirinam, clothed in rags. Krisham, thin. Translation purport by Abhayacharnarendra Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. She began to bathe 3 times daily, and thus her curling black hair gradually became grey. Due to austerity, her body gradually became thin, and she wore old garments. Who is she here? Devavati, Mother Devavati. Purport. It is a practice of the yogi, brahmachari, vanaprastha and sannyasi to bathe at least 3 times daily, early in the morning, during noontime and in the evening. These principles are strictly followed even by some grihasthas, especially brahmanas who are elevated in spiritual consciousness. Devahuti was a king's daughter and almost a king's wife also. Although Kardama Muni was not a king, by his yogic mystic power, he accommodated Devahuti very comfortably in a nice palace with maid servants and all opulence. But since she had learned austerity even in the presence of her husband, there was no difficulty for her to be austere. Still, because her body underwent severe austerity after the departure of her husband and son, she became thin. To be too fat is not very good for spiritually advanced life. Rather, one should reduce, because if one becomes fat, it is an impediment to progress in spiritual understanding. One should be careful not to eat too much, sleep too much, or remain in a comfortable position. Voluntarily accepting some penances and difficulties, one should take less food and less sleep. These are the procedures for practicing any kind of yoga, whether bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, or hatha yoga. Om Ajnanatimira Andasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshauranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karati vachalam pangapalam gayate girim yatkrupatamaha Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Om Apavitra Pavitro Vasarvavasangatapyo Yasmare Pundarikaksham Sabahya Vyantaram Suchihi Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Om Tat Vishnu Paramapadam Sada Pashyanti Surya Divya Chakshuratatam Sadviprasa Vipanyo Jagrahamsa Samindate Vishnum Yat Paramam Padam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. So please repeat after me. This is translation one time. She began to bathe 3 times daily. And thus her curling black hair gradually became grey. Due to austerity, her body gradually became thin. And she wore old garments. So before discussing this verse, I wanted to be very grateful to our temple president, Ansaru Prabhu. He has given an opportunity to stay in the ashram. I am here since last April, engaging me in different services, Pujari Seva and sometimes reception services. I'm very grateful to him. And along with him, one devotee, Srila Prabhupada disciple, His Grace Ruchi Sevana Prabhu also came with Prabhu. I'm asking for blessings for both of them. And Pancharatna Prabhu is 6 months here, 6 months in India. I met long back on Zoom call when he tries to put that Chant Now application in the Teachable website. And what else? His Grace Ramlaya Prabhu. So nicely. It's very amazing and inspiring. Every day, 6 hours of Kirtan in the streets of New York City. So, Ramlaya Prabhu preaching through Kirtan. So many devotees coming here and so many Westerners practicing Bhakti Yoga through Prabhuji's wonderful seva to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And very inspiring. And one time I got an opportunity to participate. That was a blissful day. One tire boy so nicely playing. It was a very, very beautiful thing. In the Washington Square Park. In this opportunity, I take opportunity to remember my Siksha Gurus, Yuval Kishore Prabhu. I got first initiation from Prabhu's recommendation. And Laguna Beach connected long back, 2019. His Grace Tukaram Prabhu, His Grace Rupananda Prabhu. And foremost, how I came to Krishna consciousness because of Radhesham Prabhu. This was in 2008, a very long time. Through corporate preaching, Discover Yourself sessions. I'm remembering all these Siksha Gurus. And I basically from South India. I would remember my senior brother Leeladam Prabhu also. Very nice, amazing preacher in Hyderabad. So, my gratitude towards all the Siksha Gurus and Giriraj senior Prabhupada disciples and all the assembled Vaishnavas. Thank you for joining and attending this Srimad Bhāgavatam class. So, which is Amala Purana? Hare Krishna Mataji. Which is Amala Purana? Srimad Bhāgavatam is Amala Purana. Why it is called Amala Purana? Spotless. There is no spot. Bhāgavatam, what Bhāgavatam basically? I wanted to talk about first couple of minutes about the Bhāgavatam. Why Srila Prabhupada institutionalized Bhāgavatam in the morning, right after Guru Arati. Institutionalized actually, Bhāgavatam mornings. And here wonderfully every Saturday doing Chaitanya Charitamrita. And in the evenings, Bhagavad Gita and Nectar of Devotion. Prabhupada instruction. Prabhupada started like this. It's a culture. So, one beautiful verse from Bhagavatam, let me recite. Before Bhagavatam, how can we repay? These acharyas given this beautiful knowledge, and the spiritual knowledge is eternal knowledge, right? Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedya vedantakrit vedavidevacha. Who has given this knowledge? Ultimately Krishna. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? Vedanta Krit Vedavid Devachaham. So this knowledge, how can we understand? We cannot understand by our own logic, our own understanding. By taking book just like material subject matter, we cannot understand this. It's through a spiritual master we have to understand this knowledge. Otherwise, this knowledge is doomed. It's doomed. We won't be able to understand single word. So how can we repay? How can we repay the Srila Prabhupada and all the Acharyas? There is one beautiful verse from Srimad Bhāgavatam. This is the teachings to Prutmara's meeting with four Kumaras. Yairidrushi Bhagavato Gatiratmavada Ekantato Nigamibi Pratipaditana Tushyamta Bhadra Karuna Swarkritena Nityam Ko Namatati Pratikaroti Vinoda Patram. These are all Vaishnava Acharyas in our Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. We always, every day, we have to feel that very fortunate and come in contact with this parampara. So here, Pruthamaraja continued. What he is saying here? How can such persons who have rendered unlimited service by explaining the path of self-realization in relation to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and whose explanations are given for our enlightenment with complete conviction and Vedic evidence, how can be repaid except by folded forms containing water for their satisfaction? Such great personalities can be satisfied only by their own activities, which are distributed amongst human society out of their unlimited mercy. I have highlighted in yellow. You have to see. Who have rendered unlimited service. Srila Prabhupada has given so many things, so many ways of communicating with his disciples, so many ways. Lectures, letters, conversations, walks, by explaining the path of self-realization in relation to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes, when a person reads Srila Prabhupada book with open-minded, understand the knowledge, he definitely becomes a pure devotee. Definitely. That's what Srila Prabhupada, because he's a pure devotee. Pure devotee makes another pure devotee, and whose explanations are given for our enlightenment. There is one book, Quest for Enlightenment, Srila Prabhupada's small book. It's a quest for enlightenment. So nicely written in books, right? Small books, so many small books. 70 plus, I think. So, why he has written small books? Because nobody understands 600, 700 or 1000 page book immediately. It starts with small book. Just give some little taste. With complete conviction, with Vedic evidence. How can we understand Vedic evidence? If we see Srila Prabhupada purports, he has given connected verses from different Puranas. Bhagavad Gita verse, if we say, take for example, Bhāgavatam verse, which connects to Bhagavad Gita, which connects to different Puranas, Upanishads, different Vedic evidence. Scrutinizingly, Srila Prabhupada himself undergone all this literature scrutinizingly. He asked his disciples also go in a similar fashion and understand knowledge in that way. We are not sentimentalist. We are actually, sooner than later, we definitely become perfectionist. Be repaid except folded forms containing water for their satisfaction. What their expectation? Just we'll have to follow sincerely. Such great personalities can be satisfied only by their own activities. Always 22 hours of engagement in Krishna service. Srila Prabhupada. Only just 2 hours, just bodily demand, that to sleep, which are distributed among us human society out of their unlimited mercy. Guru Vandana we have, right? What is that? What is that verse? Suddenly I won't remember. So this one, Guru. That's why I need laptop. So this one. Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu. Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu. Unlimited mercy. That's where. Okay. So Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Yeah. So I am sitting here in the Vyasasana. I am trying to speak. Unless we get the mercy of magnificent magnanimous incarnation of Supreme Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is there in the Adilila 14th chapter, number 1 verse. Lord Chaitanya's childhood pastime, title of the chapter. Katanchana smrute yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet vismrute viparitam syat Sri Chaitanyam namamitam. Behind this Vyasasana, same picture, right? The holy name melts living entities. That holy name distributed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We always have to remember, before chanting Hare Krishna mantra, we do Panchatattva mantra, right? Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi, Gaur Bhaktananda. So this is the word. Things that are very difficult to do become easy to execute if one somehow or other simply remembers Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But if one does not remember him, even easy things become very difficult. To this Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I offer my respectful obeisances. We have wonderful deity. It's very, very heavy weight when we worship. Nice. Namo Mahavadanyaya. Please repeat. Anybody recite? Namo Mahavadanyaya. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanyaya. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaur. Most magnanimous incarnation. So, Bhāgavatam, right? So, why Srila Prabhupada instituted? One has to relish Srimad Bhāgavatam in the morning hours. Morning hours are mode of goodness, right? Time also divided in 3 modes. Time is also divided in 3 modes. How can we understand? Midnight 12 to 8 o'clock, mode of goodness. 8 to 4 o'clock, mode of passion. And 4 to, and again 12 o'clock, mode of ignorance. That's why sleep considered as ignorance. That austerity, today we are talking about the verse, Prabhupada specifically right, austerity, austere, 2 important words, okay? How Srila Prabhupada also written in his purports, we can read that one also. Nigama kalpa tarorgalitam phalam sukhamukad amruta dhav samyutam vipata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavika. So it's a ripened fruit. So in the material world, the mango fruit having a seed and skin. But Bhagavatam doesn't have any skin, doesn't have any seed. It's a ripened fruit. Take up any Bhagavatam verses. Different prayers we have. Kunti Maran prayers, Kumara's prayers, Ajamila prayers, Prahalad Maharaj prayers, Dhruva Maharaj prayers. It's a nectar. Bhagavatam is a nectar. And this is first canto, first chapter, 3rd verse, okay? And 12th canto. How many verses in Bhagavatam we have? Anybody? 18,000, thank you. How many chapters we have, Srimad Bhagavatam? $335. I have one verse. Cantos? 12 cantos. This is the 12th canto, 13th chapter, 18th verse. 13th chapter talks about the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. Glories of Srimad Bhagavatam, okay? Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam. Yasmin Paramahamsyam Ekam Amalam Jnanam Param Giyate. Tatra Jnana Viraga Bhakti Sahitam Naishkarmyam Avishkritam. Tash Shrunau Supatan Vicharana Paro Bhaktya Vimuchena Dava. Anybody like to read translation? Are you able to read, Prabhu?
Srimad Bhagavatam is the spotless Purana. It is most dear to the Vaishnavas because it describes the pure and supreme knowledge of the Paramahamsas. This Bhagavatam reveals the means for becoming free from all material work, together with the process of transcendental knowledge, renunciation, and devotion. Anyone who seriously tries to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, who properly hears and chants it with devotion, becomes completely liberated.
Secret of success is given regularly, and rapt attention one has to hear, including me also. Sometimes in the class, some messages. Okay, so this is going to be deliverance for us, Srimad Bhagavatam. Vede Ramayane Chaiva Purane Bharate Tata Advanta Cha Madhye Cha Hari Sarvatra Giyate. So all this Vedic literature, Bhagavad Gita, Bhāgavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharatam. What they are talking about in the Vedic literature, including Ramayana, Purana, Mahabharata, Puranas, topmost Purana is our Srimad Bhagavatam. From the very beginning, Adav, to the end, Antecha, as well as within the middle, Madhyecha, only Hari Sarvatra Giyate, the Supreme Personality of God is explained. Single pointed, and that's Ekeha Kurunandana, right? Krishna's words, directly Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Ekeha Kurunandana. Yasyam vai shruyamanayam. What happens? What is the benefit of by attentive hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam? This is the verse. Yasyam vai shruyamanayam Krishne paramapurise bhaktir utpatyate pumsa shoka moha bhayapaha. Simply by giving oral reception to this Vedic literature, the feeling for our loving devotional service to Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, sprouts up at once to extinguish the fire of lamentation, illusion, and fearfulness. Srila Prabhupada's Karmi name, it's not a Karmi name, it's a devotional name. What is the Prabhupada's name? Before A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, what is the Prabhupada's name? Abhaya Charan. Abhaya Charan means fearlessness. Abhay Charan means he takes at the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. His father, Gauramonde, is given. Nice name. So let us stop here. So we'll discuss this verse. And one more thing, I want to go through some of the content here. I am very grateful to our teacher, Bhakti Vaibhava teacher, Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. We are attending. We are done almost 4 cantos. Now we are enter into 5th canto. So during COVID, he has given these wonderful lectures, 70 lectures series online. Bhagavata Pravaha, very nice. Just 1 hour, 15 minutes. If we go through these 70 lectures, we get an idea. These 12 cantos, 18,000 verses in these 20 hours, not 20 hours, 75 hours, something, 75 to 80 hours. We can easily understand what exactly in there in each canto of Srimad Bhagavatam and each chapter so nicely explained. So today's verse comes under 13 to 32, Devahuti attained perfection. Today's verse is 14th verse, right? 3rd canto, 33 chapter and 14th verse, activities of Lord Kapila. This is the last chapter of 3rd canto. So first 1 to 8, different speakers spoken, Devahuti prayers. Beautiful thing, one last time Param Brahma Prabhu has spoken, nicely chosen the song, Harer Namaiva Kevalam, which connects to that particular verse. So nice. And yesterday Divyangi Mataji chosen Gai Gaura Madhura Sware. We can situate it anywhere, either Grihasthashram, Brahmachari, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. We just have to chant Hare Krishna, follow 4 regulative principles. That's it. So 9 to 12 talks about final instructions to Devahuti, and 13 to 32, Devahuti attained perfection. Tomorrow you are going to speak, right, Mataji? Surabhi Kunya Mataji, you are going to speak, right? For 15th verse. Yeah. So this set of verses talks about Devahuti attained perfection. So first, just understand what exactly. See, Kali Yuga's one of the quality of Kali Yuga is Manda Buddhi. We won't be able to recollect. So let us see one-liner statements. 1 to 8, Devahuti prayers. Hearing Kapila, Devahuti became free from ignorance and offered prayers. 2 to 4, how did you appear in my womb? Do those 2, 3, 4. 3 verses. Second one, even Brahma takes birth from you. That's kind of Padmanava, right? Time check, sorry. I want to check time also. Okay. So one of the beauty of these slides, he pointed out some nice verses for our good meditation. I'm not going to recite, it's okay, time. So third one, you are the possessor of unlimited inconceivable powers. You are not ordinary child. You are the same Bhattapatra Shai. The picture is see, right? Krishna himself is feeds finger putting in his mouth. Even the great Brahma could only meditate on your glorious spiritual form and not see you, how did you choose to appear in the womb of a lowly woman as me? Devahuti's prayer, fifth one. Purpose of your appearance to destroy sin, to make your followers prosperous, to teach the path of jnana and bhakti. Sixth one. Even a Chandala who chants the name, hears it, remembers the Lord, or offers obeisances, immediately becomes qualified to perform sacrifices. Even a Chandala who chants the holy name, hears it, remembers. Seventh verse actually. But he never purified himself through austerities, scriptural study, or by taking holy baths. Your holy name bestows all those benefits to that Chandala. Eighth one. I offer my obeisances to you, who are Brahman, the Supreme Person, object of meditation, of the purified mind, destroyer of the influence of three modes, Vishnu, the repository of Vedas. So Devahuti praying these prayers, he got the knowledge from Lord Kapila and conveying who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this is another section, 9 to 12, Lord Kapila's final instructions to Devahuti, mother and son. So nice. Kapila replied, you will achieve prema by following the easy path of bhakti that I taught. Prema bhakti jaha hoite avidya vinasha jate. Narottam Das Thakur written in our morning prayer. Prema bhakti jaha hoite avidya vinasha. How can I attain prema bhakti? We can discuss. Here also, he has given these instructions to his mother, prema bhakti. Please have faith in this, as following this, you will achieve fearlessness, otherwise death. To Lord Kapila took permission to depart. This is the section, as a part of that. 14th verse in this. 13 to 14 talks about Devahuti engages in bhakti and perform austerities. Devahuti achieves perfection. In these verses it is described. Okay. So let us see what Srila Prabhupada has written in his purport. It is a practice of the yogi, brahmachari, vanaprastha and sannyasi to bathe at least 3 times daily. Trikala Sandhya. There is one Sanskrit, Trikala Sandhya, morning, noon and evening. 3 times bathing to clean our body. These principles are strictly followed even by some grihasthas, especially brahmanas, who are elevated in spiritual consciousness. Devahuti was a king's daughter and almost a king's wife also. Although Kardama Muni was not a king, by his yogic mystic power, he accommodated Devahuti very comfortably in a nice palace with maid servants and all opulence. He got everything. Mystic power of Kardama Muni, he has created nice place which float on the air. Nice jewels, maid servants. So nice. I mean, actually the description also there in the Bhāgavatam. But since she had learned austerity, even in the presence of her husband, there was no difficulty for her to be austere. Still, because her body underwent severe austerity after the departure of her husband and son, she became thin. Pretty straightforward, discuss anything. So this is the instructive points, especially for me. I have a problem with my belly. Especially for me only. Prabhupada written for me. To be too fat is not very good for spiritually advanced life. Rather, one should reduce, because if one becomes fat, it is an impediment to progress in spiritual understanding. It's an impediment. So please pray for me so that I can follow Arjunananda regularly. Regular. Thank you, Prabhu. Very nice. 10 o'clock and 6 o'clock. I'll try to follow. One should be careful not to eat too much, sleep too much, remain in comfortable position. So this is also an attachment devotees. Remain in a comfortable position. Of course, in the beginning, we have to utilize facilities, nice facilities, right? Brooklyn Temple, ISKCON, New York City, so many devotees. It's a 40 plus years of service. nicely created this building in downtown Brooklyn City. Nice, comfortable position. I mean, what is Prabhupada's statement here? Prabhupada is not telling leave, no, remain in a comfortable position. All of us, we got the facilities to preach. Prabhupada created so many temples, farm communities for us to utilize. For us to utilize, not attached, and using for Krishna service, everything. And too much, one should be careful not to eat too much, sleep too much. Why Prabhupada has written this statement? Because Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. What he is saying? What is saying Krishna? Let me see here. This is the verse. Krishna says, Yuktahara viharasya yukta chetasya karmasu yukta swapnava bodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. Directly Krishna says. He is repeating here. He is not his own words. Right? Krishna is telling us. One who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, recreation, work can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system. Okay, one important statement here. Voluntarily accepting some penances and difficulties, one should take less food and less sleep. These are the procedures for practicing any kind of yoga, whether bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, or hatha yoga. Voluntarily accepting some penances and difficulties. Voluntarily. Krishna consciousness is not a force or imposed to anybody. Krishna consciousness is a voluntarily acceptance. A person has to be open-minded to understand this literature. So what is the requirement for a Krishna conscious devotee? To become a Krishna conscious devotee. Chant holy names of the Supreme Lord, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and 4 regulative principles. What are the 4 regulative principles? We all know, no need to discuss, I think. 4 regulative principles: no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex. So these are the penance. This is an austerity actually. Following the 4 regulative principles is the austerity. It's austerity. It's not easy in the beginning. No meat eating. A person come from meat eater, very hard for him. But we have a nice prasadam. Paneer is there. I mean, that paneer gives some kind of sensation. I mean that is true. No meat eating, no intoxication, even no tea, no coffee. But we have a beautiful arrangement. What is that from every what is that? Chicory milk. So nice. No meat eating, no intoxication, no tea, no coffee. Actually, that coffee intoxicant. How? Because what is that? Caffeine. And no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and in an honest way, not easy money, can say. And last thing, no illicit sex. Sex outside marriage, not allowed. Within marriage also, there is a restriction. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, right? Sex is used for procreation, not for recreation, not for sensual enjoyment. No, that is also again problem. So 4 relative principles we have: no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex. When we follow, what happens? When we follow those no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex, we are following dharma basically. We are following our dharma. That is actually the minimum for a human being. A person called as a human, one has to follow this. Otherwise, it's Vedas says that Dvipada Pashu, 2-legged animal. The 4 pillars of dharma basically to develop these qualities: mercy, truthfulness, austerity, and cleanliness. By following these 4 regulative principles, we develop these 4 qualities, which is required for our advancement in spiritual life. So mercy, daya, is destroyed by killing animals, therefore no meat eating. Truthfulness, satyam, is destroyed by gambling. Austerity, tapa, is broken by hostility. No intoxicants, what intox, especially liquor, right? Uh, Cleanliness, saucham, is destroyed by illicit sex. Right. So, four regulative principles. If a person want to become a devotee, chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and following four regulative principles. It's very hard time in the beginning stage, but by association, we can easily follow. Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha hoy. Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi hoy. How can we understand Sarva Siddhi? By controlling this, by developing these qualities. Okay, few statements from Prabhupada on austerity. Okay, 8:50. Another 5 minutes we'll discuss and open for question and answers, adding comments or sharing your thoughts. Prabhu, are you able to read? Can you read first one? Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Voluntarily, here also used. These are the words from different Prabhupada purports, okay? Voluntarily accepts all bodily discomforts. We have 6 Goswamis and exemplary life is there. You can talk. The next slide is there. I just put some notes. Voluntarily accepts all bodily discomforts for the sake of making progress on the path of KC, Krishna consciousness, can be called a perfect transcendentalist under severe austerity. Arjuna Prabhu, are you able to read? Second one.
Accept this life of austerity to promote yourself in spiritual life, then you will get unlimited happiness, unlimited life, unlimited pleasure. That is the sum and substance of the spiritual consciousness movement.
So nice, right? It's a confidence is giving Srila Prabhupada's words. Accept this life of austerity. Why we need to follow austerity? We are always, see, this material world is opposite, right? Temporary happiness, temporary life, temporary pleasure. Why we need to follow this austerity, following these four regulative principles? We are definitely we are gonna get, if we sincerely, my Guru Maharaj says this statement, okay? My Guru Maharaj says this statement. Sincerity, seriousness, without any ulterior motive. One can make progress nicely in Krishna consciousness. Sincerity, performing all Krishna conscious activities. Seriousness, put our mind in the activity. Is this activity pleasing to Krishna? We have to check ourselves. And what is that? Sincerity, seriousness, without any ulterior motive. If we have any motive, that is again motive. There is no motive actually. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karma anavritam anukulyena krishna anushīlanam bhakti uttama. Our Acharya Rupa Goswami is given this instruction. Anya abhilashita shunyam, zero, no abhilasha. We have abhilasha to serve Supreme Lord. Unlimited abhilasha to serve Supreme Lord. We can have that. But not material motivation. Not for material desires. Not for looking for something. Then what happens? Accept this life of austerity to promote yourself to spiritual life. Then you will get unlimited happiness, unlimited life, eternal life, unlimited pleasure. That is the sum and substance of this Krishna consciousness movement. We all know the real problems of life. What are the real problems of life? One has to go through, everybody has to go through these 4 problems of life. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Everybody has to go through it. We all have to die at one point. This body is going to stay forever. No. We have to die. Soul is eternal. So this spiritual life means we are acting on the soul's platform. Right? Okay. So 4 problems. How can we define that 4 problems as a real problems, not a normal problems? Eating is a normal problem, for example. If we eat, the problem will be gone. But this real problem, it's a real problem. One has to go through it. Nobody can avoid it. Okay. So we are looking for an eternal life, eternal happiness, and unlimited pleasure. That is the sum and substance of the Krishna consciousness movement. And Prabhupada has started Hare Krishna movement exactly here in this New York City, 26 2nd Avenue. Matchless gift. Krishna consciousness we got as a matchless gift. He just keep it as it is, that board. It's a material somebody put the shop, but Prabhupada likes that statement, that store name. Matchless gift. This is a priceless gift. Krishna consciousness we have. The last two lines, Mataji, anybody please read.
Actually, one should undergo severe austerities and penances only to achieve spiritual happiness. In Srimad Bhāgavatam, it is declared that tapasya, or austerity, should be accepted for realizing the Supreme Lord. Austerity claims mercy and truthfulness, the basic principles of religion, prepare the ground for the reception of advancement in spiritual knowledge.
Prepare the ground for the reception of advancement in spiritual knowledge. Following 4 regulative principles, we develop those 4 qualities: austerity, cleanliness, mercy, truthfulness. And one should undergo severe austerities and penances only to achieve spiritual happiness. Austerity word is used right in this today's purport, Srila Prabhupada. That's where I just got it from Prabhupada purports. In Srimad Bhāgavatam, it is recommended that tapasya. See, human form of life is meant for self-realization. What is that statement in Sanskrit? Anybody? Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Not for sense gratification. Self-realization, not for sense gratification. One more thing, right? One more. Atato Brahma Jigyasa, then next. What, Prabhu? One more thing I wanted to remember. Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Aham Brahmasmi. Yeah. Aham Brahmasmi. What does it mean? Anybody knows? I am Brahman. What is that? What does it mean? I am Brahman. Sri Gopal Prabhu, what is Brahman? I am Brahman, yes. Atato Brahma Jigyasa and Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi, I am spirit soul, which connects to Supreme Lord. How can we say eternally connects? Mamaivamsho Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, eternally connects to Supreme Lord. Manasasthani Indriyani Prakriti Karshati. So, Mamaivamsha, we are all Amsha of Supreme Lord. That means in our body, what is the eternal thing? The spirit soul. Spirit soul is the eternal thing. So, we are working, Krishna consciousness, we are working on the spiritual platform actually. Yes. One last slide. Goswami's life on austerity. Anybody please read?
They spend each night beneath a different tree in the forest. One night under one tree, and the next under another. Sometimes they bake dry food, madhukari, from a Brahman's house, and sometimes cook food like fried bread and fried chickpeas. This is how they have given up all kinds of material enjoyment. They wrap themselves in a quilt and wear nothing but a piece of torn cloth, claiming only a water pot or possession. They engage almost 24 hours daily in rendering service to the Lord by chanting the holy names of Krishna and discussing his pastimes or dancing in great jubilation. They spend only an hour and a half in sleep, and some days, when overcome with love of chanting the Lord's holy name, they do not sleep at all. Sometimes they write transcendental works about divine aesthetics, and sometimes they listen to talks of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or spend their life thinking about the Lord.
That is the austerity of 6 Goswamis. One question. 6 Goswamis' names? Easy to remember actually. There is one song, Hariharaya Nama. Sri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunada Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunada. Simple to remember. Sri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunada Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa. So this is their life. Once upon a time, they were very well rich. Their families, everything is there. Nice. No, they were serving that Muslim king. What was his name? I forgot. They were serving, right? What, Prabhu? Nawab Hussain, huh? What is it? Question is, before they become Goswamis, before they become Rupa Goswami or Sanatana Goswami, they were the ministers of one Muslim ruler, right? Huh? Nawab Hussain Shah, whatever. So Muslim king ruler, I forgot actually. So that time they were ministers, they have so much money. But see, they voluntarily, again, Prabhupada writes in his purport, right? Voluntarily accepts for what? Eternal life, eternal happiness. With this, I am concluding. Thank you so much, devotees. Grandhara Srimad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anybody have anything to share? Amazing is, Srila Prabhupada is amazing actually. I am not just representing, that's it. Yeah, please share thoughts.
Prabhu Vishnu is saying, kill it and finish it.
Today is Ekadashi, no? Today is Pavitropana Ekadashi and beautiful Jhulan Yatra ki jai. Hari Bol.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Mataji,
I really like the point when you said that we have to feel indebted to our spiritual teachers. Because sometimes we don't feel indebted, we feel like, oh, they own me something. They have to give me something, sometimes. But actually, I really like this mood of, how can I repay? How can I repay? And this is actually the right mood to serve. So I really appreciate this point. Yeah.
That verse recently in our exam we have to write. That's why I remember. How can we repay these acharyas? Yeah. Anyone, devotees? Please join in the evening enthusiastically. Jhulan Yatra. Radha Krishna Jhulan Yatra. They were sitting here. So nicely is going to decorate all the Matajis. It's a beautiful time. Anybody likes to want to share?
I just want to appreciate and thank you for the time you took to put this class together. It's nice when devotees really put in time and effort to make a sophisticated and organized class. So I just wanted to say thank you. Very inspiring.
I always say personally one-to-one. I am telling in the Bhāgavatam class. You have nice Prabhu, love towards Giriraj, Govardhan and Shaligram, nicely decorates. Sometimes in that Mataji put pictures in our group. I am looking for that kind of love to decorate them. Pray for me.
Shri Giriraj, all glories to Guru and Gauranga, and Shri Giriraj Prabhu's humility is an embodiment that all of us can aspire for. Just glorifying everyone.
Please share something. we will end anyway. Today is Ekadashi. Chanting, more chanting. What, Prabhu? Jai.
Only for spiritual
Thank you so
happiness.
Thank you so much. Shri Radha Govinda Dev ki jai. Giriraj Govardhan ki jai. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Dev ki jai. Gaur Nitai ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari. Hari Bol. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hari Bol.
Standing 64 hours per day.